21. Summary of fine material sphere consciousness. Fine material sphere consciousness is fivefold when divided by way of the jhanas. It becomes of 15 types when further divided by way of the wholesome, resultant and functional. Guide to fine material sphere consciousness. 21. The five jhanas become of 15 types by occurring as wholesome chittas, as resultants and as functionals. Each jhana chitta of the same level is defined by the same set of factors, whether wholesome, resultant or functional. All chittas of the fine material sphere are associated with knowledge, jnana samprayukta. Though knowledge, not being a specific jhana factor, is not mentioned in the formulas. Thus all the fine material sphere chittas have three roots: non-greed, non-hatred and non-delusion. It should be noted that in contrast with sense sphere, wholesome and unwholesome chittas, the fine material sphere chittas are not distinguished by way of prompted and unprompted. Sasankarika, asankarika. The same distinction is also omitted from the exposition of immaterial sphere and supramundane chittas. This omission is made because when one is practicing meditation to attain jhana, a path or fruit, as long as one is dependent upon instigation from others or upon one's own self-prompting, the mind is not yet in a suitable condition to reach the attainment. The distinction of prompted and unprompted is appropriate in relation to the preliminary phase of practice leading up to the attainment. But the chittas with which actual attainment takes place cannot involve prompting or inducement. Thus, in the absence of a real possibility of prompted jhana and supramundane attainment, the very distinction between prompted and unprompted becomes untenable in relation to these types of chittas. The view we have expressed here differs from the commonly accepted opinion of the Vibhavini Tika that since all jhana attainment requires some preliminary exertion, Sanghara, the jhana chittas can never be called unprompted but only prompted. This view seems untenable because the preliminary exertion leading up to the jhana should not be identified as a prompting concomitant with the jhana chittas themselves. Thus, despite the prestigious authority of the Vibhavini, it still seems preferable to regard the prompted-unprompted distinction as irrelevant to the higher classes of consciousness. Nevertheless, Ledi Sayadaw holds that this distinction may be understood to apply to the jhanas and supramundane states by reason of the distinction made in the text in the mode of progress, patipada, by which they are gained. The Dhamma Sangani distinguishes between attainments gained by difficult progress, dukkha patipada, when the defilements can only be suppressed by intense striving and much exertion, and easy progress, sukha patipada, when the defilements can be suppressed easily in a pleasant mode. Ledi Sayadaw takes the jhana or supramundane chittas of one who reaches attainment by difficult progress to be the counterpart of prompted chittas at the sense sphere level, and the jhana or supramundane chittas of one who proceeds by easy progress to be the counterpart of unprompted Chittas. However, while Ediciador's view is noteworthy, the fact remains that the Dhamma Sanghani initially classifies the jhana and supramundane Chittas without any reference to mode of progress, and in the section where it does introduce classification by mode of progress, it does not use this distinction as a basis for enumerating distinct types of jhana or supramundane Chittas. It therefore seems preferable to exclude the prompted-unprompted distinction altogether from the jhana Chittas, as well as from the path and fruition Chittas.